Welcome back, everybody, and today we are back here at the mega base. As you can see, I've built this wall up in between episodes, and to get started here we're actually going to hop back into the past to look at some of the resource gathering I've done, because I had a lot of ore sitting around and I needed to mine it. So let's go ahead and get back to the past, and of course that will also give you a little bit of a reminder of what this place was looking like last episode as well. So let's go ahead and jump to the past. Okay, it's me from the past here, and I wanted to do this clip during the episode, but I figured it'd be better to get a little more progress in the about half a month it is until I actually post this video. So I'm going to do this clip now, and as you can see behind me, once we get over there, I've been doing a little bit of mining off camera, as it were. Just a little bit. And I want to get this floor done for the actual episode. So we're going to be mining this down now, probably at the beginning of, or right after the tour half of the episode. So as you can see, we have this going right from the basement to the ceiling here. And I just need to get it out of here because it's taking up space. So let's go ahead and climb up to the top, and I'll go ahead and do a first-person time-lapse of breaking this thing down. And if you're curious as to what the building's looking like currently, this is what it looks like. Hopefully by the time you've seen this already, I've got some purple floors in, some purple hardened clay. I think magenta was the color I was going to go for. Or maybe I completely made a different decision. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to that time lapse. Maybe I'll even include a little bit of smelting. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well that is everything mined down there, and I'm just going to show you a quick trick here. It's fairly helpful for keeping items from despawning, but if you hold Control and Q at the same time, you'll automatically drop whatever is in your hand, and that just keeps everything from despawning on you, and it gets everything in a easier place to pick up. There we go. Because this is certainly more than could fit in my chests here, or shulker boxes. And of course, once you got your whole stack right there, you can see that there's a little bit of a lull between me picking up absolutely everything in that spot. And now I can go ahead and throw these in a chest. And let's see, let's get our diamonds together here. So got nearly 3 stacks of diamonds from this process. Let's grab my iron here. We can put that gold in there. Let's grab the coal out of here and replace it with iron. And there we go. We got, let's see, that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stacks of iron right there alone. So yeah, all in all, pretty good mining off camera results. Of course, I guess we did mine it all on camera technically. But yeah, plenty of resources to go ahead and finish off this base, although actually I don't think I need any of this to finish up the base, or the floor here at least, because of course I just needed the big stack of resources out of the way. Anyway, now to the actually slightly more modern time version of me, who may not even be wearing glasses, who knows. I could be a banner. I could be anything. You never know. But here's this fancy spin transition that I'm going to forget that I did like half a month from now. But I'll do it anyway just in case I remember. To the future. Spin transition. Yeah. I remember to do that. Anyway, I'm also just face right now. Made a new skin. What? Because why not? Anyway, let's go ahead and start the tour half of the episode, which actually just takes place on this one island. There was not much of any enhancement to any of the other islands, other than some minor changes that aren't really worth going over. So as you can see, we have this cat here now, no name yet, that's going to be following us around. There's a reason why this cat has no name, but we'll look at that later. Let's get started at the front of the building and we'll loop around. As you can see already, I've built that dock that I was speaking about earlier, or in the last episode. Currently this bridge here is just 1 block thick though, so I'm going to need to fix that up. Plus I still have some building to do on the dock here. As you can see, I only have 1 shipping pallet with a bunch of, these are supposed to be boxes on them. And of course this is what I use to transport my villagers up from the ocean down there. There's a little hole in the wall that I drive them into. Hopefully I can turn this hole into just a drop-off point where I can do some redstone to make the villager do some sort of interesting journey up along this platform as well. Hello there. And then of course we'll also have other crates up here, hopefully maybe some bigger ones so I can fit some redstone inside, and that's what's going to be going out here. Now I think the next part, actually, you know what, let's do a flyby out of the outside first, or at least an approach. So to the skies we go. And here we go, there's that thumbnail of the video right there. Actually, probably not. I have another place I want to take the thumbnail. You know where it is. I don't necessarily know where it is yet. So going in through the bridge, we get to the main area. Got a nice open space. If you remember from the segment from the past, we had a crossing here. I removed that just to get some more natural light into this center area because it was feeling pretty dark. So that just helped lighten things up a little bit. And there's still a little bit more building to do up there. Alright, since we passed it on the way inside, we're going to go into, as you can see, I've got some temporary walls. I'm not sure if I want to add these for sure, because I did like how this was open before. So this is just an experimental wall. Anyway, we can go into the security checkpoint office area, which is currently my headroom, and my build wall. I'll go ahead and go over this in a couple of seconds. Yeah, I did some blackstone? Yeah, blackstone ceilings, and then deep slate tiles for the floor. I really like this deep slate, but since... Oh, hello. In real life, there's a cat on my computer, very close to touching the power button. Hello. Hi. You can sit in my lap. Okay. Or you can go over there, sure. As I was saying, I really like this deep slate, but because I'm trying to use a more colorful palette as seen by these purple floors, blue ceilings, and yellow walls, I'm kind of limited away from using these new blocks here. But I did get a chance to use them somewhere else. So let's go ahead and head on to the next room. This may have a wall here, depending on what I decide to build. But this room here is the party room. I'm going to have party themed items in here, and I'm thinking of building a sort of billiards table up in this space. Potentially. I'm not certain if I will do that because I may not just be good at building billiards tables, but it's a possibility. Plus, the second reason this is a party room is we've got this nice round window going all the way around the room, and that just kind of invokes a fancy scenery-esque, I don't even know what to call it. It's fancy, it's got a round window, it goes all the way around. And then we have a walkway going over to the main area over that way, or the main building area. I don't have these places named with sections quite yet. But anyway, we can move over here. Right here I was thinking of putting in some sort of food stall, so moving my farmer villagers from the village and putting them over here, and then I can buy carrots and stuff like that. Now currently the bubblegum stairs are very temporary in color. I haven't decided which block to use for that, but those go all the way up to the top level here, which we'll get to later. But if you've already seen it, we have a lot of cats. Just, you know, a manageable amount. I don't have a problem. Yeah, this is the reason I didn't name the cat that was traveling with me. Here you are. You can sit down now. Because if we go ahead and head over to the next spot, oh yeah, in the top right hand corner you'll be able to see me taming some cats. But Rick and Rolly here, I tamed on Rick Astley Day, the day when Rick Roll went over 1 billion views. But let's go ahead and head over to the area which is the reason why I have so many cats. Right over here through this doorway into this unfinished hallway, we have the villager area. And just because I had some villagers here, this area was considered a village. And because I have so many flat floors, cats have been spawning like mad down here. Or over here, I guess. This is the main floor. But anyway, as you can see, in this villager area, I have my stonemasons. And because of that, I decided to theme the area after the caves, part of the Caves and Cliffs update. So as you can see, we've got the amethysts. Whoa, what'd I break? We've got the amethyst geodes. We've got the lush caves, which actually don't exist yet. We've got the dripstone caverns, and we've got the deeper levels with the tuff here. But I guess, yeah, I didn't use any deep slate. Oh, and we also have calcite from the amethyst geodes. And I don't have this area fully filled out yet. As you can see, that's not even supposed to be there. I have a trapdoor in here somewhere, I think. Perhaps not. Well, for now, let's just put string there. But yeah, eventually I'll get this villager area filled in, and then I'll be able to move on to the next levels up top. We also have a bunch of crawl spaces, or just empty rooms, just sitting around. I was thinking of maybe putting some special villager-related machines in here, like the Cotylizer 3000 that is built by Etho, which basically just lets you trade with fishermen, and you throw the bucket out into a hopper, and it kills the fish and gives you the bucket back. So you get free buckets, basically. And you don't have to spend your iron. Now over here, in this corner of the entire base, so it goes all the way up, is the game corner, where I'm going to hopefully build some interesting little mini games for myself to play. Of course, they'll have to be pretty small, just because there's not a ton of redstone space under the floors. So other than this level, they'll all have to be above the floor. Next up is the room you see in the thumbnail, probably. It is the storage room, but this one is incomplete, unlike the one you see in the thumbnail. And in this shulker box here, I have all the items I need to complete it. Now, these 4 modules here will be the stacker shovels design that I showed off, I think, a couple years ago. But with some slight improvements, they now take 2 blocks less space. And of course, they can also expand the storage capacity just depending on what you decide to do over here. I have a 1, 2, 3, 3? I feel like it's more than that. A 4? 1, 2. Wait, no, they come up at the top here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 minecart chests full of shulker boxes for each one of these. And if I do some quick maths, let's see, 5 times 27 times 27 is 81 times 5, I think. That's probably wrong. Yeah. It's 3,645 different slots for me to store my items. Which, all things considered, that is more than plenty. So we're going to be able to get to that during the regular Let's Play half of this episode. But let's go ahead and finish up our tour with the next areas of the bases, or of the base. There's only one base currently. Around the base you'll be able to see regular sandstone, and that just indicates that there is a good spot to put a doorway into another fairly empty room that I wasn't sure how to fill, at least not yet. So this just allows me to build a complete wall and not just have things hanging open. I take a little bit of inspiration from my cave base where I could just cover up the wall and make it look like a cave, and just remember that there was a good building space behind it. And it makes the base look that much more finished. Now going up these stairs, which don't have anything to go in this space yet, we can get to the Miss Cookie. Yeah, I don't really know what that means. But I think it was for the miscellaneous villagers area. And that may even take up into this space, and I believe right behind this wall. Actually, this is another crawl space. Yeah, so another... Oh, there's a cat. I hear a cat. I will find this cat. It's above me. Okay. This just loops back around to the stairs. And if we take a look over this way, you can see unfinished walls. Wow. Oh, hello. And a way to look down at the storage system. And it just gives a nice view and a little extra access because, of course, it is a rather important room in the base. There's that crawl space access. Now if we go up to the top for our main cat spawning platform, which is essentially what this is, we have a ton of free space because I don't have any plans for this area just yet. As you can see from this sign, this is where I intend to put all of my librarian villagers, and that's about everything for the base. Also, there's a cat up here somewhere. I know there's a cat. I heard a cat. But where is it? Where is the cat? Hello! There you are. It's a jelly cat. And because I've found so many cats, I keep some raw cod in my shulker box, or ender chest here. Hello. You are mine now. And you'll be joining me for the rest of this tour, which actually is pretty short. Oh, my inventory is all messed up. Alright, so that's everything in that area. So let's go ahead and head up to really the last place to look at is... Oh, right, I was supposed to explain the wall of rooms, or wall of builds? I don't even remember what I called it. But right up here is my bedroom currently, lacking a lot of detail. Now as you can see, we have some dark prismarine ceilings. This was the original plan for the ceilings out here until I realized how absolutely expensive dark prismarine is. This stuff is incredibly expensive. But it does look really nice, so I reserved it for the fancy bedroom. And of course here we have the beginnings of a bathroom as well. And we have tinted glass outside, or to the outside, to kind of mimic fogged glass that you can see in some more fancy bathrooms. And of course the bedroom has balcony access. I'm probably going to put a water feature in the middle here, just so I can more easily trident out of it, since I am very much trident based in my world. So with that, we can finally take a look at probably the least developed place in the base. Did you give me anything? Any string? No? Alright, that's cool. So now, let's go ahead and jump down. Still not a pro Minecrafter. Professional. Clearly, I've upgraded in that time. And down here is a lot of empty space in the basement. I probably should have stayed up towards the top here, because if I eat first. This is also where I've been keeping all of my building blocks for this base. Well, that's empty. Anyway, the reason I shouldn't have jumped down is because we were supposed to take a look at the wall of builds first. And this wall is a plan for everything I intend to build down below in the basement. So right here was stone bricks among all of the other things. And as you can see, I chose that as the, well, I randomly chose this as the staircase build palette. And so that'll transition into whatever we choose next, probably. Now there are some things that I do already have a location picked out. Like for instance, I want the beehive area to be right next to the garden area, which is right here. And then I think the only other thing to showcase is the mob farm I built. This is a very quick and dirty setup. I could probably improve it a ton with very minimal effort, but to be honest, for in-between episodes, this is output a ton. I've already taken tons out. But man, when I'm over towards this area, this thing just fills up like mad. As you can see, we already have a ton of skeletons dropping down. And that's of course because I went and I lit up all of the caves around here. I believe there was a way down right around here. Somewhere around here. But I patched it up now, since I am done down there, and mob rates are plenty fine enough with this. As you can see, all the more drops coming down. But yeah, let's go ahead and head back up to the storage room, and we can start the main part of this episode. Oh, and before we take a look, or get started on the storage system, let's go ahead and look at our episode plans for today. First of all, we're going to do the storage room, of course, and then second, we're going to work on 1 or 2 basement rooms, depending on how much time the storage room takes. And the storage room shouldn't take too much time, just because it's 4 copies of the same design. So, is that another cat? No, that's the same jelly cat. Alright, you can come stand up here. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come here. Come on. Jump up. Are you confused by the slat or the... Okay. How about over here? No, you just... Okay, you can sit right there. So, let's go ahead and clear out my inventory first and then get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this first module here. I'm going to do this first one in real time, and then these other 3 I'm going to do in the form of a first-person time-lapse, just because you've already seen the design built once. So to get started here, we're going to get a button, and under that button we're going to get 2 pistons like so. 1 piston here, 1 piston here, and then right here we're going to get an observer. Make sure to have an airspace underneath right there so the observer can move. And then right here we're going to have a dispenser like so, and next to the dispenser we're going to have a dropper. So let's go ahead and get some building blocks. Dropper right here, and a hopper like so, hopper like so, and then a piston coming around from this side like so. So now when we throw in a shulker box into this hopper, it'll go into the dispenser. That gets put out into this space here. When we press the button again, it gets pushed into this hopper, which gets pushed into this dropper. Now from this hopper, we're going to want to take an output in the form of a comparator, like so. Oh, actually, that's the wrong block for that. The comparator will be sitting on top of this observer here, and let's see, how do I get out again? Did I not bring scaffolding down? I guess not. Alright. Well, from that observer, I'm going to have an observer going this way into a block, and then on top of that block we will have a dot of redstone with a block right here. So the signal will travel into the comparator, down through the observers, into this block, up to this redstone, and back into this, or backwards into this block, which powers this dropper. It's a weird loop, but it works oh so compactly, or neatly. I don't know how to say it, but that is how that works. Now we're going to want another block right here, like so, and then on our blocks I'm going to want the right kinds of rails. So it's going to be a powered rail here, and then 2 regular rails like so. Actually, we're going to have regular rails going all the way like so. Actually, that one here is a powered rail, then it's a detector rail, then a powered rail, then 2 regular rails, then this is a regular rail as well, and that goes into this hole, which is where our minecart chests get dropped off. Can I fall down? There we go. Alright, and then there's a bit of tricky spot here. So we're going to need a redstone block. Let's see. Redstone block goes here and also here, I think. Do I know for sure? No, the redstone block goes here, and another one goes here, because we're going to have a powered rail right here that goes up into a regular rail. We break that block and rail and replace it with a block, and then we have regular. Oh, that's actually going to be kind of tricky to work out. So we're going to have rails going around like this. Now one of them is a powered rail, and that's actually these 2 are. And this is also a powered rail, so that goes up, and then, ooh, this is a tricky one. It's a real tricky one. So we're gonna have to do some finagling. This here is a powered rail that goes up. Okay, so it didn't connect. Now we have to place a rail here, and that's okay because we can break that, and that goes there. So this is the formation you want your rails to be in, and then right here you want a lever, and that just directs this rail into the right place. And at this point we might want to replace this with a light. Actually, do I have a light block of any sort? Oh yes, sea lanterns work just fine. Let's grab my lever back. There we go. So for now we'll place a sea lantern there, even though it kind of clashes, although I guess it matches with these end rods. Oh, and I have sea lanterns behind the trapdoors over here. So it works with the pallet. Blocks in. Alright. We have a good bit of the design done, but there is still more to go. So we want more blocks, like so. Where's my trap chests? Right here. And realistically, we can just have regular blocks back here. And however I want to format the actual surroundings of the build, usually I keep a block right here and a slab right here, but I actually kind of want to keep this area a little bit open, which means I might be doing some fancy stuff with my button placement. I want to say you can place a button. If you do it right, you can place a button right here. No, that breaks it off. I know there's a way to place a button on a piston and it doesn't destroy everything. I just don't know what that is. But for now we can leave that button there. And everything over here will work as intended. Now we can work on what goes under this detector rail, which is under the detector rail. We go down here into this crawl space. What we want is a piston, sticky piston, right here, with an observer right here, and that just goes into a regular piston if I recall correctly. Can I place that regularly? I believe I can. Alright, and that's actually the entire design pretty much done. There's a little cleaning up I clearly have to do as far as the building around it goes, but I believe this is a fully functioning device. So let's go ahead and get it started by placing in some minecarts. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we chuck some chests inside. Can I grab that minecart? No, I can't. Not a trap chest. We want a regular chest, like so, and we can throw the levers on the ground. Why not? Now I can place the minecart chest in here. I can look inside, and then when I open this trapped chest, it'll cycle up to the top. And actually, I need to load it from the top now that I remember, because if they pass over that... Oh! That's supposed to be a detector rail right here. I guess I messed up. So we actually can build or load it from right here. And they'll go up without a problem. Now is that full? I can actually fit 2 more in. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can fit 1 more in. Okay. So let's actually finish this out then. Or stuff it a little further. So 5 minecarts go in this tube, and then 1 sits here. And now, when I fix the design here, detector rail, redstone block, like so. Now when I open this chest here, it will send the next minecart over. And so if I place redstone here, 6. And now this should bring us back to the first minecart chest, which that would go in slot 1. So if you really wanted to... Oh no. Something happened. This might not be a problem, I'm not sure. Let's see what happens when I open the chest here. Interesting. Ah, and that's where we get all the problems going on. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Get in there. Okay, so I just have to remove 2 blocks. Good to know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on these in the form of a first-person time-lapse, and then we'll go ahead and work on the other rooms of the base. So let's go ahead and get started. And there we go. As you can see, we have all 4 storage modules complete, and now I can start transitioning all of my items over here because that has been at a heavy delay. I still use my cabin storage or my starter house cabin thing storage to keep all my items, which is suboptimal. So now let's go ahead and head over to the security checkpoint wall of builds room thing, and we'll go ahead and pick out at random a room to build. So let's go ahead and head over there. Okay, so you may be wondering, what is this magical selection method that I do to select from this board at random? And the answer is a fork. So let's go ahead and start spinning, and hopefully I hit one of the item frames. That was a window. Let's try that again. Hopefully I hit an item frame. Alright, what do we got? We have cut sandstone. Or just sandstone in general, actually. That may just end up being a desert temple theme. And luckily, I have a ton of sand and sandstone to go around. And instead of doing the room while I still have my temporary storage right here, we're going to be actually doing a basement floor 1 level room. So we got, this level here, and then we got this level here, and I have no idea how to transition between levels when it comes to being over there, because we only have 1 staircase down to the basement. But that's for future me to figure out and current me to ignore. Yeah. So this is actually quite an interesting area to work with. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build probably a stone platform just underneath so we can get a sand floor to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and head to my temporary storage system because the finished one is not full yet. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on the floor. Okay, I've built this platform to build off of. I think this is about the size I want for this room. I kind of want to branch out a little bit farther, but I think I need to also keep things a bit realistic. So to get started here, I think the easiest thing to do is to get this pyramidal arch out of the way. So let's go ahead and grab some of my sandstone here. Actually, I used cut sandstone for that, so let's grab that too. Alright, so I think the plan is just to follow the contour of the staircase here. And very conveniently, I get a pyramid shape from the staircase for the desert theme. And of course, the Egyptian desert is very famous for its pyramids. and other things, of course, but mostly the pyramids. Alright, so with this, I think I'm going to transition this into some sort of fantastical cactus farm. Since we had the cactusal in the LP world, a full castle dedicated to my cactus farm, we'll have a whole miniature pyramid dedicated to cactus in this world. Actually, the cactusal didn't even produce cactus now that I think about it. I had a cactus tower for that. The cactusal was my iron farm. I don't even think I used cactus to kill the golems. That was a missed opportunity right there. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish up the shape of this pyramid here. Bop, bop, bop. And I think we'll mix in, well actually, what we'll do is we'll start with the platform for the cactus itself. Right there. That is our grand cactus platform. Let's get our cactus of grandeur right there. Now, it's still missing something. That's why I brought the redstone box. Let's hopefully improve things with some hoppers here. And by improve things, I mean just add some hoppers to collect the cactus. 4 hoppers that way, 4 hoppers this way. And what we'll do, we'll reroute it this way, I think. And then we'll have 2 chests, just like so. And I brought acacia for this very reason. Is that enough wood? Maybe. I don't think so. No, I need 2 more? Yeah. There we go. Got our chests. Like so. This is going to be my grand entirety of my cactus storage right here. Now also with that acacia, I want to build some trapdoors. 6 wood. There we go. Is that enough for the background? Not quite. 6 more. There we go. Trapdoors. That should do it. And I want to use shroom light just because the orange really fits in with the yellow of the sandstone. And then we get this orange background as well. Oh, true. I can't do anything about that. So maybe this shroom light here. Can I break this with my fist and get it back? I can. That shroom light there can be chiseled. Chiseled sandstone. I've never unlocked that before, apparently. Okay. Chiseled sandstone. And then those open down, and then that one will open up. And there we go. We have our grand background for the cactus. And let's sprinkle in a little more chiseled sandstone just because I have it. Like so. And you know what? Maybe, let's see, half a stack of slabs. Like so. Actually, that's going to make a ton of chiseled. We'll sprinkle this into the walls. Just to give a little more effect. Sure, why not? A column or row of 3. Like so. And it's these small details that hopefully tie the build together and make it look like someone better at building than me was actually building this. Now actually, I need some smooth sandstone, which I did not grab, I don't think. So I needed smooth sandstone slabs to put right there. And I might actually just slab this entire ceiling with smooth sandstone, because I believe if I use... Oh, I didn't have extra. Huh. I guess that is how the math works out. If I use regular sandstone slabs, yeah, it gets that texture on there. Actually, I don't really mind that. That might actually be the better option. Do I have any blocks I can fill that with? There we go. Yeah, I think I might just use regular sandstone slabs then for that. Do I want to detail this with any more chiseled? Yes, I do. I want to hide some chiseled right there. And that way it looks like I, was coding the entire build rather than just pieces and bits. Alright, so what else do we need for a cactus farm of this grandeur? I think we need some glass. And I believe all my glass is down here. Or I could use fence posts. I think fence posts is the way to go. Now, do I want to keep this perfectly sealed off? I don't think so. I think I want to have some holes in this fence. This is how I want it. Alright, and I do want something extra at the entrance of this pyramid arch thing. Triangular arch? Yeah. So what I was thinking was putting some stairs like so. I can just place off that torch, and then this is going to be the smooth. And then I think maybe on top of these I'll place... Well, I can't get husk heads, can I? I can get zombie heads. Or I can get creeper heads as well. So many options. Well, the creeper head will match with a green. And the green matches with the creeper theme. Ooh! I'm thinking of some made-up build lore here. This was a creeper worshipping temple and the cactus was worshipped because it looks like a creeper. I think that's solid enough lore to grab my creeper head out of the headroom. Now the question is, does this look good? And the answer is, I have no idea. And when in doubt, sand it out. That's definitely a building term. Sand. It's all very yellow. So how can I fix that? With more orange. Okay. But what can I do to the floor that's already very yellow? I think end stone. Does that look any good? Maybe. Let's increase the end stonage. And I actually think that's an improvement. Now, I might be able to improve a little more with some sandstone. Actually, I can just use regular because the regular is somewhat cheaper. Now, how does that look? Still very yellow. What can I do to break up the yellow? Oh yeah, this is the green space. So why don't we use some green? How about some green banners? That would go well. I'm coming up with a build palette as I go. I'll be back with some green banners. Alright, as you can see, I made a big jump in progress here and I got some more green built into it. I realized I could use the candles as well for lighting, and that just fits in with this green combination with creeper heads and cactus. And I think it actually works pretty well. Now I've also finished up this section of the wall here, or at least as far as I might want to go with it. And just for a little building detail, I did the high texture regular sandstone and I plastered on the glow ligand on top of that, and I think that works pretty well and kind of masks this transition from sand to regular sandstone. And then now I think I'm going to go ahead and work on the ceiling here and do regular sandstone slabs for that. But first of all, my inventory is an absolute mess. Oh, and then one thing I think I'm also going to incorporate, I don't know where yet, perhaps into this corner I'll do some greenery. But what I really like is if you check it out here, these greens are pretty close to the darker lines on the cactus. So what I can do to incorporate the glow lichen, which actually what light level is the glow lichen? Let's stand right here and see if it changes. So is it 9? I want to say it's 7. Okay, lichen is light level 6, so that's not perfect, but it's not terrible either. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get that ceiling done. Okay, now this place is feeling like an actual room. Oh, and apparently I missed a block right there. So now we can start finishing up the final details of the build. First of all, we need to figure out where the door is going to be to the next area. Now, I kind of don't want to put it in right next to the cactus stand, the cactus temple. I don't know what to call this. The cactus temple. Why not? Cactus temple?
Yeah, you can view the cactus. Or not
temple?
Cactus.
Cactus?
Yeah.
Cactus
Not
temple?
the cactus.
Cactus
The
soul?
castle.
Ooh, it's back.
Cactus.
We got the cactus soul again.
now
It's returned, just in a different form.
Cactus soul.
You got the
Castle
cactus
cactus.
in the temple.
Cactus
You got
soul.
cactus soul. Yeah.
So yeah.
Man, my old commentary style was not the best, but hey, there was a recreation of the moment where I realized I could call the cactus soul the cactus soul. It's still not a very good name, but it's there. Anyway, the door should go. I'll do the door right here. I think that's the best way to work it out. So a 3-block tall door. Let's go ahead and put down some sand. And hopefully get our inventory just a slight bit more organized. And now we have a way out. I could also put another door here, but I don't think that's going to be very good. And then next, I think we should put a... I was about to say something and then I forgot it. But then I came up with something new and even better. So, one idea I had while building the walls was to utilize our cats here and make them citizens of the Sand City. Or the Cactus Soul, yeah, that's what I called it. So I'm going to find all the cats with green on them. I'm going to bring them down to the Cactus Soul. Okay, the cat house is all finished up here. This gap here is purposeful. I wanted this house to be open air because it's a desert house, and you know, maybe you want some more wind for a desert house. Then again, the dust would get inside, so maybe I didn't consider it enough. But then again, the dust would you know, bring fresh cat litter, yeah, because it's a sand floor inside the house too. Not because I forgot to build a proper floor, but because it's a litter box. Yeah, that cat, they're agreeing with me. Yeah, this no Iceface is definitely doing this correctly. So to finish up the final details, well, for one, I brought over my miscellaneous terracotta here, or hardened clay. Yep. Oh right, I have a resource pack to change the name. Confuse myself by confusing myself. Great job, me. Anyway, I also added in, I'm going to call these tumbleweeds just because they are technically hollow inside. You don't see the other side of the texture. And with the gray of the glow lichen on top, it just adds a nice flavor to the texture. But what I did grab is a loom here So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get a banner going. And what I want to do is a white banner with the green creeper face on it. Why white banner? Is because I have a lot of white wool. And that's the only reason. But if we place this down, that doesn't really work right there. Where would this work? Because these walls, if I place it on the wall, right, it's just floating. Oh, actually, that works, because it kind of looks like it's suspended from this, even though it's not even touching. So that might actually be a good solution. All right. Then we'll get some paintings, or, you know, banners, I guess, on the inside here. I think, you know, let's put that on the trapdoor wall. And one above right there. And there we go. We got the cat house all finished up here. I'm going to call that good enough. We got the beds, we got the chest. Perfect for any cat. Do you want to move? No, you both want to sit on the bed? Okay. And yeah, the last part is detailing probably this little area right here where I got my chest set up. So, let's go ahead and get to that with the terracotta, I think. Alright, I've got the area cleared out of all my chests, and it's looking pretty good. We've got detail on all of the walls, well, most of the walls, I guess. I guess this is detailed. We've got our cactus farm that will give me all the cactus I will ever use. Hey, we even got one. We got two. This is the most efficient cactus farm, clearly. And then we got this cat house for our green-eyed cats that are very adamantly staring, well, at me now. They were staring at the cactus. And we've got our green banners. And a little cat area in here as well. Plus, this gives me another area to branch to out in the basement, floor 1. And yeah. Unfortunately, I did spend a ton of time doing this building section, mainly a ton of episode time, because I did this very step-by-step commentary. So that's going to have to do it for today's episode. But hopefully, by the time I next see you, or you next see me, I guess, I'll have some more rooms done, and we can hopefully get 2 done in the next episode, along with whatever redstone project I end up picking. It's most likely going to be a brewing station up on the 3rd floor. That, or it could be one of the villager systems. Who knows? Or it could be the mystery machine that goes right here. What did I call? It's a fun machine built into the wall. Yeah. So we definitely have options for the next episode, and hopefully this entire build is not looking like a big hunk of cheese. Because right now, if we turn around, I got me a couple blocks of cheese separated by a cylinder. Oh, also, unfortunate note to end on, but this llama here, I think, ended up killing all my lennies. I tried to capture this llama to the nearest fence post, but yeah, the lennies, well, they all just disappeared at once. I'm not really sure why. The other possible culprit could have been the iron golems that spawn out of here, which none of them seem to be around. But it's really weird that all of the lennies died all at once, because this llama can only spit so far, and if any lennies were over here, they wouldn't get got. And then the iron golem definitely can't get inside, so I don't know what happens there. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. I was going to swing my sword, but I don't want to hit any axolotls. So, bye, with some leaves.